In today's satsang, we are going to see the third Vedha Maha-vaakya. This comes in the Samaveda. We had already seen Prajnanam Brahmam, that was in Rigveda. Aham Brahmasmi, that belongs to Yajurveda. Now the third one, this appears in Samaveda. The sentence, the Mahavakyam of this Veda is Tat tvam asi. You are that. You are that. This word that is very, very powerful. It contains the meaning about that great easiness, the one which in Hinduism they call it by Sat. Sat means existence. The moment I say existence, that includes non-existence also. We will slowly get into these terminologies. What are actually the meaning behind these words, existence or non-existence? To whom are they existing, and to whom it becomes a non-existent state? All these things we will slowly get into. Here, this Mahavakya, this Vedha Mahavakya, explains, it's being explained by Sringeri Acharya, who lived in the year, who was the pontiff between 1377 and 1386 AD. He has rendered 2 slokas for each of the Mahavakyas. And for this also, there are 2 slokas he has given. Now we are taking up the first sloka, which explains in detail what is it, the word that refers to, and how it is directly linked to one. See, whatever be the kind of spirituality we are approaching, but firstly, it should get connected to this moment to moment living. It should have a connotation to this, my waking state, immediately. It should have some application value so that I can immediately, directly perceive, be it the word behind that practice, or the very practice itself, and what is that spirituality we are into. See, these were all very potent sentences. They communicate very powerfully. They contain very potent meanings behind it. Simply 3 words. You are that. Tat tvam asi. This is what is given in this sentence. We will see the sloka. We will read the sloka first. The verse given by Vidyaranya Swamigal of Sringeri Math. We will first see this sloka. What is this sloka? Ekam adhwitheeyam sat naama rupa vivarjitham Srushtehe puradhunaa asya thaadhrukthvam ithi iryathe. Ekameva adhwitheeyam. What is this? What is this? Words communicate. What is this words say? Adhwitheeyam. Adhwitheeyam means that which is beyond duality. Now the scientists, they are researching about what happened at the moment of Big Bang. So everything is related to the point of moment of the very Big Bang that took place some billions of years ago. According to science, the physical science, the material science, the physics, that was the moment of origination of everything here. The moment we use the word creation, so there was a moment, a point in time, it was not. It was not. The creation was not. That is what is being imparted in this particular verse. What was the situation? What was the state? If there was a reality, how was it? And how is it? And what is its nature? How it is directly connected to one who is living at a point in time as a spatio-temporal reality. This is what is actually communicated in a scientific way. They were all scientists of these jnanis, they were all scientists of the beyond, the scientists of the inner. That is why the very inquiry is immediately getting beyond the duality, the very dual nature of the manifestation. The whole cosmos actually starts with the individual who is waking up from his deep sleep. First, he as an entity, he arises, and for him the other also exists. He and the other. This is how the duality starts in one. First, the moment the feeling or the movement of the thought, be it whatever, immediately the other comes into play. The other. And the duality grows phenomenally in geometric proportions. That's why they went into the core of the inquiry. So the very inquiry starts with a state which is beyond this I and the other. That is the significance of this word, especially this adhwitheeyam. What he says here, it is beyond duality. There is no question of, there is no contextual meaning that was non-existent as something as dual. That was the state they refer to. That state is oneness. Ekameva adhwitheeyam. Oneness is something which is beyond duality. That is how the verse starts. Sat naama rupa vivarjitham. Sat means bare presence or bare existence. Bare existence. The moment I utter the word existence, it brings into everyone's imagination about so many things about the world and their presence and the humanity at large and all the things about the world. But that alone is not existence. The moment Sat means everything is included, everything under the cosmos. Because for an individual, he himself undergoes 3 states of living in a span of 24 hours. 3 states of living. There is this gross, physically manifested waking state, and when he gets tired mentally, physically, he falls asleep. There he might be occupied by dreams, or he may plunge into deep sleep state. Obviously, these 3 states are the ruling states for a human being. Not only for a human being, whatever that has manifested, come into form. Especially the sentient beings, the beings with senses, perceiving senses. The sensory movements that are there in those beings, they are called sentient beings. The moment the word Sat, that includes everything, the supposed to be non-existent state in one's day-to-day living, that is the deep sleep, because the body falls like a dead corpse. For one in deep sleep, he himself as a body and having a name is non-existent in deep sleep. Then he as an entity with his mind has got dissolved into something and not there at all. The very perceiver called mind, the perceiving consciousness disappears with all its registrations as himself and the world and the worldly entanglements. Everything dissolves into that, and the whole mind itself is withdrawn somewhere and becomes non-existent. What is that state? That is also a state. Beyond names and forms, he exists. The heart throbs, blood circulates. Everyone is alive during deep sleep, but total unawareness. Everyone is engrossed in unawareness, not knowing what is what. What is that state?